The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, February 25th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Networks, presented by WinBet. WinBet's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks edition for Saturday, February 25th. A absolute fire lineup. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
It's great to be alive. March is right around the corner. Best time of year, if you ask me. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast, which I know it's the off season, but they're still jamming out episodes, cramming out episodes, whatever the word is. And check out the Ryan. He's also the host of the Ryan and Rush show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. What's up, Ryan?
Oh, great day to be alive. We got a hell of a college basketball slate ready to dive into 150 plus games. Let's go, baby.
Yes, and before we do that, we have to react on some of these games. It's been a good day for your boy Pick Dundee because, boom, the Old Dominion Monarchs got it done on the money line. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Also, so Old Dominion beats Marshall. Currently, I have the South Alabama Louisiana game on, which Louisiana is clinging to a 4-point lead with 17 minutes left in the game. But the Sun Belt is it's chaos because right now Southern Miss is in the lead, but Louisiana will be a game and a half back. We'll talk more about Southern Miss in a second. But yeah, ODU covers for us. Staying in the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern in a rivalry game covers for us. We should have locked this up. I was thinking about this. We should have locked this up. We didn't, but still easy play. And we did take Richmond plus 9.5. That did not hit as VCU won by 15. And it looks like VCU now, I know they have what? They still have St. Louis. I think did they clinch?
No, they got to win Tuesday.
Okay. Yep. So shout out to the VCU Rams because they went out there against their rivals and they conquered. What'd you make of any of those games I just talked about?
Yeah, watch the entire VCU game. Just different level of athleticism. Just completely wore Richmond down. The Spiders. I thought actually Richmond came out ready to play. They jumped on them a little bit. It went up by I think 6-7 points. But Ace Baldwin in that group in that backcourt, they're on a whole different level. And when they're making shots, man, good luck beating them, especially in the A-10.
Yeah, exactly. Xavier blew out Seton Hall. There was a little dust up with about 1.3 seconds left in this game. That was a lot of fun.
There we go.
We were both on the Musketeers getting it done. I mean, I feel like we had a pretty damn good day here. on the college basketball experience. Musketeers handling the business in New Jersey. It's a big win. I mean, I guess they were okay anyway, but Seton Hall on the bubble, tough to lose like that. What'd you make of that one?
Xavier, I mean, good programs bounce back off tough losses. They lost a tough one to Villanova the other night, but they're ready to go. Kind of just punch Seton Hall right in the mouth and kick their ass right from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Xavier, man. I think they're going to go on a run in March.
I think so too. And you were on the right side of Jacksonville State. You locked them up.
Let's go,
against North Alabama. Big win by 9 on the road against the Lions. Shout out to you getting this done here. We both locked up the Iona Gaels minus 10.5 or 11, depending on what you got that at. And a tip-in dunk with 3 seconds left. It hits. We cover. Iona wins by 12 against Mount St. Mary's. I know we talked about, getting it done. I know we talked about locking up Florida Gulf Coast. We should have, because they won by 18 against Austin P. Maybe you bet that because we did like it a lot. We just
is their season over yet? The Governors?
they're hoping that thing is done. St. Peter's loses to Canisius by 13. I took the Peacocks there. Canisius looking good. I didn't bet though on the Peacocks, but I did bet on this one. This is the one I definitely had shit on today. Bellarmine. I took +6 at North Florida. Did not hit as they lost by 12. Lipscomb beat Stetson in overtime. And then this one was one of the better games today. It was Siena and Ryder. Ryder wins by 3. Down the stretch, Ryder made a couple turnovers. Siena threw the ball away. Neck and neck game. We were on the wrong side of that one. We didn't bet it, but nice win for the moving company in the MAAAC. I did lose on this one too. Eastern Kentucky, Jacksonville. Jacksonville I had as a -1. We thought that game smelled. Turns out, I think you rode with me on this one here. Turns out that human being and fish cannot coexist because fuck you, Jacksonville. What'd you make of any of those outcomes?
Yeah, I was surprised that Jacksonville got beat. I thought that we were going to be on the right side of that with the smelly line. Ryder continues to find ways to win these close games, and it's kind of the time of year, man, where these games are just tight. Nobody wants to quit. Everybody wants to extend their season, because it's almost March. Yeah.
You locked up Marist against Manhattan. Nice pull there. They dominated Manhattan. You're a wild man for locking that up, but it hits. Queens loses to Liberty by 20. We rode with the Flaming Libs there. That thing hit. I took Niagara to cover the 2 against Fairfield. That hit. Now Coastal Carolina did not hit +9.5. Troy won by 21. Carolina sucks ass. Arkansas State also won at ULM in a game we didn't really like, but and then you know what's crazy is Georgia State was up at halftime against James Madison, if memory serves me correct, and Georgia State was getting like 16 points. They still did not cover as they lost by 21. Unbelievable there. But I locked up Southern Miss, who got it done in a lock battle against your boy Moneyline Mac. Pick Dundee prevailed. And then Kennesaw got it done against Central Arkansas. We're going to get to game balls, but before we get to game balls, I want to tell you folks out there that the college basketball experience is brought to you by WinBet. WinBet is the official online sportsbook of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WinBet is active in a bunch of states, and there are tons of ways to win, including live betting and same game parlays, aka WinBet's build your own bet. Great promos, odds, and payouts are happening right now at WinBet. Ready to play? Sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100, get $100 free bet, limited to state availability. And of course, if you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. Yes, that's true. There's so much to choose from. All you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet so they know that we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions. WinBet.com must be 21 or older. Present state where WinBet is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Yes, have you seen the first half unders t-shirts? Get yourself one of them. Also, college basketball experience t-shirts, all your favorite shirts, hats, sweats, and hoodies are available. Just go to store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. And remember, as always, to let it ride. All right, game balls. I know we still got games going on currently. Louisiana, South Alabama, and a big one that has implications as far as the Sun Belt tournament. I did bet Grand Canyon, and wow, they had 13 points at halftime. Now, this is the type of gymnasium that you can't rule them out of, but they have looked like total ass this season, essentially. Or I'm sorry, not this season, but this game. A little bit this season. I thought they'd be a little bit better, but Colorado State's up 9 on Wyoming, and Air Force UNLV knotted up at 20 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Game balls, lead the way, man.
Got to go to the Eagles. I lost the lock battle. Southern Miss conference of Sun Belt right there, champion. So good job, Ladner and the crew down there winning the regular season. Sun Belt, Fun Belt's going to be a fun tournament next week. Everybody mark your calendars.
Definitely. Huge win there.
Pensacola.
Good old Pensacola, Florida. I've been to good old Pensacola, Florida. I'm going to go Old Dominion. First game ball came through on the money line. I would not want to play this team. This is the team that's going to win the Sun Belt tournament, right? I feel like the 1 and 2 seeds never win the Sun Belt tournament. I feel like it's always like a 5, 6, 4, something like that. But yeah, I will go with ODU. Who's your second game ball?
I'll go to another coach that nobody wants to play in March, and that's Ray Harper and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. He's done it with Western Kentucky back in the day. He's done it at Jack State. His teams always seem to play better in March, and his team, big win at North Alabama on their senior night. So go Cox. They get my game ball.
There we go. I will take you to the VCU Rams because look, I know Chris Mooney's out for Richmond, but anytime you get a dub in the Capital Classic, especially in a spot where if you lose the game, you could potentially lose the 1 seed in the A-10. Nope, didn't happen. VCU cruised against Richmond. So that will be my second game ball. Who's your final game ball?
Marist. Everybody called me crazy last night. They go to Manhattan, win by 25. They get my last game ball. They beat the shit out of them. Oh,
that was impressive. That was really impressive. My final game ball, I will go to the Xavier Musketeers because Fremantle, it kind of been people have been fading, thinking, they're trending the wrong way. They're going to be easy to fade. Nope. Nice win here against Seton Hall on the road by 22. All right. Dumpster fire, I think.
Austin P.
Yeah, I'll throw out ULM also because you flirted with being decent for a little bit and then you just started sucking ass. So those are our 2 dumpster fires. Let's get into calling the games. All right, let me get some music going because I feel like the slate is just unbelievable here. Let's go. Run and shoot. We can really run and shoot. And the whole team's looking and the whole world's looking with a camera. All right. 9 a.m. tomorrow, man. These games are all awesome tomorrow. And remember, 8 a.m. Me, Terrell Furman Jr. will do the pregame show, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Clemson heads to Raleigh, North Carolina, take on NC State. You know why this game is awesome is because, I know you think, okay, Clemson's been playing ass, perhaps. Talking to the listener, not you, Mac, but Miami and Pitt still have to play in like a week. That means someone will lose a game there. Virginia is at Carolina later today. So all of a sudden, Clemson, NC State, they're still very much mathematically alive to win the ACC. Huge game going on in Raleigh, North Carolina. NC State's laying 6. I will lay the 6 because even though I know NC State's a bunch of cowards, they do pack that stadium. Credit to them. And Clemson's been total ass on the road. Do I need to bring up Boston College? Do I need to bring up Louisville? Give me NC State -6. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm on the Tigers. I think they keep this close. They need this game. So I think desperate spot. And I think it'll be a close game coming down the wire here.
Michael Crichton. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Heads to the Wells Fargo Center. What a fine company they are, right?
Don't forget your debit card.
Those filthy whores that we bailed out. Nova's catching 4 at home. Home dog. Sign me up all fucking day. Give me Nova and sprinkle some on the money line. You know what? I could be talked into locking this up. What are you doing here, Mac?
I love my Villanova Wildcats, man. I was on them the other night at Xavier. I think we keep taking them, getting these dog numbers. Take it on the money line. Let's go Wildcats.
Let's fucking go. Lock it up, buddy. Michigan State's heading to Iowa City to take on Iowa. Iowa's laying 4.5. I gotta be honest, I struggle with this game, but Iowa's coming off that loss in Madison. I think they bounce back. I am laying the 4.5. I don't feel too great about it. What are you doing here, Mac?
You know, I'm going to lock this game up. I'm going to lock up the Hawkeyes because it's the game off Tragic Magic. Iowa needs this game. I think they're going to drill Sparty here in the early window.
Ooh. Moneyline Mac locking up the Hawkeyes. He's been watching a lot of MASH. TCU is heading to Texas Tech to take on the Red Raiders. Texas Tech is laying 2. I'm going to take TCU money line here. Lock it up. I know it's a tough place to win. What are you doing here, Mac?
Lock battle. I'm single-handedly getting Texas Tech to the tournament. They're winning this game by 5+. Let's go. Red Raiders.
In one corner, pick Dundee riding with the Horned Frogs. In the other, moneyline Mac riding with the Red Raiders. UConn is heading to Is this Queens or is this the Garden? It is the Garden to take on St. John's. St. John's is catching 7.5. I'll take the 7.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take the 7.5 as well. I think this could be a letdown for UConn at the Garden.
Oklahoma is heading to Ames. Oklahoma's catching 7 points against Iowa State. Give me the Sooners plus the 7. What are you doing here, my friend?
I think Oklahoma is a more desperate team. I know Iowa State's coming off back-to-back road losses, double road trip, but too big a number. I think both teams play slow, slugfest. Cyclones win by 5, so I'll take the points.
Yeah, I think this could be a 1-possession game.
Agreed.
Lehigh is heading into Boston. BU, the Case Gymnasium. Who's gonna crack the case? Give me Lehigh plus the points. What are you doing here?
On second the money green game. He wanted this on the slate earlier.
He did.
I was watching.
He did. Yes, correct.
I'll take BU. The Terriers.
There we go. College of Charleston is laying 20.5 points at home against Stony Brook. I'll take the points in Stony Brook. Letdown spot after that huge comeback win against Towson. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I actually like Stony Brook a lot here because they were right there with Wilmington the entire way the other night. So I'll take the points.
Yeah. St. Francis Brooklyn is at Fairleigh Dickinson. Man, Fairleigh Dickinson burned us the other night. Fair Dick is laying 8. Give me St. Francis plus 8. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay the points. I don't love it though.
Ohio is heading to Miami, Ohio, essentially. Was it Oxford, Ohio? The Bobcats are laying 6 on the road. I will lay the 6. They're red hot right now. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, they are red hot. And I mean, we touched on it last night. The Buckeye job could be coming open. So maybe Jeff Bowles' little flex. Style points matter. I'll lay the points with the Bobcats.
Missouri is heading into Athens, Georgia. Missouri's only laying 3.5. Georgia's been getting destroyed lately. I will lay the 3.5 with Missouri. It's a little stinky though. What are you doing here, Mac?
It is a little stinky. I'm definitely laying the points with Missouri. They need this win to shore up their resume and I think they get this one. They kind of clinch the NCAA tournament. So I'll lay the points.
Sacred Heart is heading to Central Connecticut State. This game is complete ass. Central Connecticut State's laying 2.5. Wrong team favorite. Give me Sacred Heart plus 2.5. What are you doing here?
Hey, I'll side with you here. Let's go Sacred Heart.
Merrimack is heading to Long Island to take on Rod Strickland and the Shocks. Merrimack's laying 9.5. Yeah. I will lay the 9.5, but I am not going to lock this one. What are you doing here?
I actually think this is lock. Consider it because Merrimack is not eligible for the NCAA tournament. I think this is their final game. I think they put it on LIU.
Oh, that's a good point. I thought they were able to this year.
I think they have one more year they got to sit out.
Such a stupid fucking policy. Okay, let's lock it.
Let's go.
Let's
Merrimack.
lock it.
Warriors, come out to play.
That's the Merrimack Warriors coming out to play. All right, before we get to the next game, folks, I want to tell you that we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Fantasy is your home for off-season NFL best ball drafts. Yeah, but they also got you covered with a ton of other daily games, including NHL, PGA, NBA. Underdog Fantasy is a great way to get down on your favorite player props. If they're not, available in your state, Underdog Fantasy is your substitute. Head over to underdogfantasy.com. Use that promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $100. That's underdogfantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. Wright State is heading to Detroit, Michigan to take on Detroit, the Titans. Titans are laying 3. Be honest, Detroit's not been a team that I've had a lot of great success with. I'm laying the 3 though. What are you doing here? You're on mute, brother.
I am on mute. No, I will actually lay the 3 with Antoine Davis. It actually is his senior night. I know we talked about the other night being his senior night. This one actually is. I'll lay the points.
What a game do we have going on CBS Sports? Furman is heading to the Pete Hanna Center in Birmingham, Alabama to take on Samford. These are the top 2 teams in the SoCon
for the league.
This is it right here. Samford's laying 1. I'm going to lay the 1. Give me the home team. This place will be rocking. Do I think Furman's the better team? Perhaps, but they settle it in the conference tournament, not here in Birmingham, Alabama. Give me Samford -1. What are you doing here?
I think the experience of Furman, been there, done that. I think they get it done. They complete the sweep over Samford. I'll go Furman.
You always were a Mark Furman guy, weren't you?
Exactly.
I'm joking. Lafayette is at Bucknell. Bucknell's laying 1. Ugh. I will lay the 1 with Bucknell. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay the 1.
The Citadel is heading to Mercer. Remember Ron Mercer? Ron Mercer used to ball. Mercer's laying 8. The Cocaine Bears in theaters this weekend. Mercer's lost 5 straight. Give me Citadel in the points at the Hawkins Arena. What are you doing here?
I'll lay with Mercer. Citadel's on the same team away from home.
Hampton. My Pirates are heading to Terrell Furman Jr.'s boys. North Carolina A&T is laying 6.5. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. You got a live dog play.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Give me the Hampton Pirates +6.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I'm not locking up Hampton. No Hampton in for me tonight.
I'll keep the locks flowing because Arkansas is catching 8.5 at Bama. It's easy to see a tide turn in this one. What are you doing here?
I'm joining you. Arkansas money line. They're going to win this game.
I agree. Play it on the money line.
Too many distractions. Wrong place, wrong time for the Tide.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time for the Tide. Dude, I went deeper into that story. Did you know Brandon Miller was in the car?
Oh, yeah.
No,
I don't know how he's still playing.
I don't know how he's still alive. 11 gunshots were fired. 2 hit his windshield. He was in the driver's seat. Unbelievable.
Then he had
story.
41 the other night.
Unbelievable fucking story. And Alabama is the absolute worst fucking program for like. You're supposed to be a college. Unfucking believable. The more you dive into that story, the more you don't. It just seems
they're
like
going to get beat by the 16 seed this year. It's going to be the ultimate karma game. Wait and see it. All those threes that they shoot, they're not going to fall. They almost lost to fucking South Carolina the other night. If it wasn't for a couple travels that they got away with, no, I'm fading the Tide coming down the stretch.
That story is. Have you educated yourself on this? First off, Brandon Miller says the reason why he went to go to his car because he dropped off a couple guys at the bar, the killer essentially, and then he went and drove around for a little bit. That because he said he couldn't get into the bar.
Yeah, the number 1 pick of the draft or whatever he was.
6'9". The whole town is his. They're number 1 in the nation a week ago. And you're telling me it's and by the way, in Alabama, it's 18 or older to get into a bar. There's red flags all over this fucking story, man. I'm telling you, the further deep you go through on this thing, a lot of things don't make sense. Nate Oates calls Ray Lewis.
I saw
that's the one phone call. He didn't call the victims. And then the gun ends up at Javon Quinterly's room. Everything is weird about this. Bradley was there too. How the fuck did he get there? I don't. This is one of the further you go into the story, the more ridiculous the University of Alabama is, and I can only imagine what has happened with football because this is basketball.
Yep.
I mean,
the JV league.
This is unbelievable to me. That they just said, yeah, play. You're not.
Did you see Jay Bills tonight?
No. What did he say?
He's like, I think Alabama's done everything they can. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, I think from a legal standpoint, here's what's crazy. The state of Alabama, I learned this. I didn't know this. You can have an unregistered weapon loaded and be driving around with it. And there's nothing against the law about it. Unbelievable. I did not know that. I mean, to give you guys, Plaxico Burress, remember when he shot himself in the leg?
He shot his leg.
That was an unregistered gun. And he got some time for that because it was and I couldn't imagine, I could not imagine, see?
Lehigh plus 3.5.
We just covered that game. Go Hawks.
Yeah. Unfucking believable story in Tuscaloosa, Alabama right now. I think what he's saying is that I think what Billis is probably saying is that until the law, there's nothing wrong, but there's just a lot of red flags. It doesn't make sense. I can tell you this: there's nothing wrong from a legal standpoint. That goes over their laws essentially, but from
just morally,
from a university standpoint,
yeah.
This is ridiculous. Like the fact that none of those guys were suspended instantly while the story was dude, they delivered the murder weapon. They were in a car. There was 11 gunshots fired. I don't know how you do not say, hey, this was irresponsible of you guys. What the fuck? You guys should be suspended for a week until we figure something out, or 5 games or something. I can't believe that Nate Oates was that stupid. I can't believe it. When I think about it, I'm like, how could you be this stupid? Too. Yeah.
He's like, he comes across as you're bothering him by asking the question. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
And then he calls Ray Lewis. He doesn't call the victim's family. He doesn't call his players' families. He calls Ray Lewis.
Call OJ while he's at it.
Unbelievable fucking story. One of the dumbest fucking stories I've read. And let me tell you, shit ain't adding up either. I'm curious if the police, because sometimes they wait to press charges. You dive into that story, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I don't know. We'll see.
We're gonna fade him though going forward. Karma.
Yeah,
they're gonna slide, man. They're gonna collapse down the stretch. This story, it's from a basketball standpoint, way too many distractions. I'm gonna keep fading the Tide. They looked like ass the other night.
Army is laying 4 at Holy Cross. I'll take America -4. What are you doing here?
Yeah, USA. Where's Noah Beanick?
I don't know where he is. But Northern Illinois at Central Michigan. Central Michigan's catching 2.5. Fire up chips after that terrible performance. All right, sign me up for that. They only scored 35 the other night. They get it done at home. Fire up chips. What are you doing here?
I'll take the chips with you. Home dog here.
Yeah. Ryan Hasty says, Coach K, let that kid play after a DUI. I get it. That's terrible. But this is, I mean, that's terrible. But this is pretty, like someone's life ended.
Yeah.
And had he not delivered the gun,
I don't think Miller's going to finish the season.
Dude, I don't think Nate Oates, like, I don't understand how Alabama said, let's just play on.
Play it as it lies.
I like their athletic director, their school president, all of them, complete fucking idiots. Unless there's something that I don't know, which I guess technically could be possible. I don't know. I just say the further you dive into that story, the more you're like, wait, all 3 players were there. The police officers said their cars trapped the victim in. I know Miller's lawyer says that's not the case, but he didn't say Bradley didn't do it. So I don't know. It's a crazy story though in Tuscaloosa there.
Nick Saban's flying under the radar now.
Yeah. Arizona State. We got the Dust Bowl Classic. Arizona State heading to Tucson. In the Wildcats laying 12. Give me the Sun Devils to cover this one. Arizona wins by 9. What are you doing here?
I agree with you. I think they're the more desperate team. Arizona kind of up and down so far this year. I'll take the points.
Yeah. BJ's saying, how did Miller know? And this is what's hilarious is like, dude, he got a text message. This came out in court the other day, basically saying, can you bring my gun? Now, I understand his defense will be that he didn't know he would use the gun, but at 1:55 in the morning,
it's usually not a good time. Nothing good ever happens after midnight.
And you're not going hunting because you're going to downtown Tuscaloosa. I can only deduce from that. I just feel like in any scenario, any of my friends, if they were to text me saying, hey, could you bring me my gun? Unless,
do that.
Yes, especially at 1:55 in the morning. Even if I was going on a fucking hunting trip at 1:55 in the morning, I'd be like, no, I'm okay. Or I'd at least ask, I'm going to need more detail. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, wait, what do you mean? All right. I don't know. You can't dive deeper into that story. First off, I don't believe that he's not let into a fucking bar in Tuscaloosa, Alabama when he's getting NIL money and he's the most famous fucking basketball player. That he's probably the best basketball player in college basketball right now.
He's the best player that state since Charles Barkley.
And he's what, like 6'9". You're telling me that they're not letting him in, dude. The leading scorer at Longwood doesn't have to pay to go into the bar. Doesn't wait in a line. All right. And in Alabama, it is impossible for me to believe that he's just standing in line and that's why he left. He had to leave for other reasons. There's more to that story. Something doesn't make fucking sense. St. Thomas is at North Dakota. St. Thomas is laying 2. All right, Tommies, let's do this. I'm laying the 2. Let's go. What are you doing here?
I'll take the Tommies, but I'm not locking them away from the shoenecker.
Oh, coward. By the way, our Louisiana Raging Cage is currently up 10, 7 minutes left. Hopefully I know we got action on this. Brown is at Columbia. Brown is laying 8.5. I'll lay the 8.5. You could talk me into locking this one. No, I won't. But
yeah, it's a lot of points at an Ivy League, but lay it because Columbia sucks ass in that stupid ass Ivy League.
Western Illinois is at North Dakota State. Western Illinois is catching 7. I'll take the 7. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points as well.
Kansas State's at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's laying 2.5.
Easy.
I'm on Oklahoma State here. I think Oklahoma State wakes up here. I like it. This could be a lock by tomorrow. What are you doing here?
It's one of my favorite plays of the day. I think Oklahoma State puts it on K-State, coming off 2 losses on the road, 3 overall, get right spot. K-State's coming off those 2 Kansas wins, Jerome Tang's dancing on the table. This is a letdown. Get up. Oklahoma State rolls.
All right, you pushed me over the edge here.
Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Next up, Campbell heads to Radford. Radford's laying 5.5. I will lay the 5.5. Campbell sucks ass. What are you doing here?
Yeah, my guys from Radford struggling, but I'll take him here. Obviously some distractions, so I'll lay it.
Princeton's heading to Harvard. Princeton's currently in 2nd place in the Ivy. Harvard's in 6th, but Harvard's laying 1. Make it make sense. Give me the Crimson at home -1. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take Harvard as well. Do not love it. Don't love any of the Ivy games.
Buffalo is at Toledo. Toledo's laying 11. Give me Buffalo +11. What are you doing here?
Man, Toledo's rolling though. I'll lay with Toledo. They're on a mission right now.
Yeah. What do we got here? Dartmouth. Fucking Dartmouth is at Penn. Penn is laying 10. I have a policy, a protocol, some say, that we follow here on the College Basketball Experience, and it is called the white man logic, or the white man rule, I should say, where we never lay double digits in an Ivy League game because there's too many fucking white guys on the court. Give me Dartmouth +10 at Penn. Lock it up. Easy play. What are you doing here?
System play, and it was a 4-point game last time they played a month ago. I will lock up Dartmouth. Hey, just don't lose by 11 in overtime.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Damn,
that one, I'm still hurt by that. Northeastern's at Hofstra. Hofstra's laying 15 points.
Ooh.
Give me Northeastern +15. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm with you. Too many points to lay with Hofstra, although they have been drilling teams. Coming down the wire there in the Colonial between Hofstra and Charleston.
The Texas Longhorns are heading into Waco. Baylor's laying 3. I'm all over Baylor -3. One of my favorite plays of the day here. Baylor gets it done. What are you doing here, Mac?
Same handicap as Oklahoma State. Take these Big 12 teams that are coming off back-to-back road losses on the road, come back. They're favored at home. I think they drilled Texas. Horns down. Sick 'em. Cocaine Bears.
Let's go. Joseph Stalin's in the chat. Maine is heading to the golf course of Binghamton. Binghamton's laying 2.5. I will lay the 2.5. Sand trap for the Cocaine Bears of Maine. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think Maine's going to hit their flop shots here and find a way to make their free throws and win this one. So I'll take the Cocaine Bears at the golf course.
High Point is heading to Winthrop. Winthrop's laying 4.5. I will lay the 4.5. You could talk me into locking this one. What are you doing here?
This line kind of stinks. High Point's awful. I'll take High Point. This makes no sense.
Okay. UTEP is heading to Boca Raton, the old folks home, to take on Florida Atlantic, the Owls, who have been fire this year. Florida Atlantic's laying 11.5. Give me UTEP to cover the 11.5. Their defense is going to pay off in this game. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm locking the Miners. That last time they played, it came right down to the wire. I think UTEP keeps it close. They grind it out.
I'll join you. Only thing I'm scared about is that they still have something to play for.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think it's going to be a closer game. Monmouth is taking on William and Mary. If you're watching this game, you must have had sex with someone on the court. Monmouth is catching 4.5. Give me Monmouth money line play here. Should we lock this?
Yes. How is William and Mary laying 4.5?
Let's go. Louisville is heading to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's laying 5. I will lay the 5. Georgia Tech's all right in Atlanta. What are you doing here?
I'll take the Cards. I don't trust Georgia Tech at all. Laying points. It's kind of that theory. Hey, if a team never is favored and they get favored, fade them.
True. Gardner Webb is at South Carolina Upstate. Seating on the line here. Webb's laying 1.5. I'm locking up Gardner Webb minus 1.5. They're the better team. Let's go. What are you doing here, Mac?
I will join you. Gardner Webb, they're a much better team. You're going to get it done.
Let's go. Running Bulldogs. Rhode Island, they're known as the Rams. Fordham, they're known as the Rams. We have a basketball game occurring in the Bronx of New York between the Rams. Hey, ram it. Do you know how to ram it? Yeah, you know how to ram it. Rhode Island's getting 8, and I will take the 8. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you got to take the points when you got 2 Rams. So I'll take the Rhode Island here. Too many points.
Oral Roberts heading to Brookings, South Dakota to take on the Jackrabbits. Oral Roberts is only laying 4.5. Should we lock up Oral Roberts, or do you think they might phone this in because they've clinched?
This could be the one that they lose right before the conference tournament. I think I know that they probably want to run the table 18-0, but South Dakota State's been feisty over the years. I think Oral Roberts loses this game, then gets him back at the Pentagon next week.
Love the Pentagon.
Yep.
It is fantastic. A great basketball. It looks like fucking Boston Garden in the 80s. Great court. Utah Tech's at UT Arlington. UTA is laying 1.5. Wrong team favored. Utah Tech gets the dub on the road. What are you doing there?
I'll take UTA as well.
Chat's cracking me up. Shout out to the Zong in the chat. You guys should be watching this on YouTube, youtube.com/the college experience. Northern Kentucky is at Oakland. This is an important game for seeding in the Horizon League. This is at the Athletic Center. All right. It's where the athletes go on campus. Man, I'm seeing Oakland as a home dog of 2.5. Give me the Golden Cocaine Bears, aka the Grizzlies, catching points at home. You're going with your Norse if I had to guess. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like the Norse. I'm not going to lock it just because these have been 2 of my favorite teams, the Norse and the Cocaine Grizzly Bears. But I will lay the points. And Little Shrimp Lips, I don't hate Oral Roberts. I just think they're in cruise control. They know they got to win their conference tournament, and I think they'll get it done next week. Maybe a letdown spot.
That's not what you told me off air.
Yeah, no, I hate them.
Those religious bitches. No, I'm joking. You didn't say that. We have a huge game going on in the OVC.
Oh yeah.
UT Martin for currently second place. Morehead State currently first place. We got a battle going on in Morehead, Kentucky at the LST Johnson Arena. Morehead's laying 4.5. Wait. Yeah, 4. It's still 4.5. I'll lay the 4.5 with Morehead. What are you doing here?
I'll take Martin. You take the points in the OVC, in my opinion. Less head for the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't know. Hit the like button. That's what Nathan Haynes says.
Yep.
He also called you some finger fucks out there. Hop on in. Finger fuck your way to the like button, people.
Hey, finger fuck to some locks, baby. Let's go.
Northern Arizona is at Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado and Dylan Kuntz is laying 4.5. I'll lay the 4.5. What are you doing here?
I will lay the 4.5 as well. Northern Colorado, the other cocaine Golden Bears have been playing better.
All right, this game is awesome. This game I think might be my favorite game to watch tomorrow. Texas A&M is in the mix still to win the SEC. They're heading to Stark Vegas to take on Mississippi State, who's trying to fight their way into the NCAA tournament. Mississippi State's laying 1. I'm laying the 1 with State, but this game I'm really excited to watch. What are you doing here, Mac?
I love buzz here. I think the buzzsaw, it's going to be a rock fight. Absolutely. This game's going to be in the 50s probably. Both teams struggle to score, play great defense. I'll take the buzzsaw to get it done on the road and get to 14-2 and win this league over those filthy Crimson Tide.
Minnesota is at Nebraska. Nebraska. No one wants to play them right now. Nebraska's laying 8.5.
Ooh.
Max already said that Nebraska's got many players on the team that
Jeremy Lin, baby.
Yeah. Max, I don't know if you caught that episode, but Mac is convinced that Bruce Lee plays for Nebraska. All right. What are you doing here? They're laying 8.5. They're 10-3 at home. I gotta lay the points at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. What are you doing here?
Too many points, man. Hey, same logic here. You can't lay 8.5 with Nebraska. Take Minnesota, lock it up. This is a 1 possession game.
Oh, you're locking this up, you filthy.
Minnesota's been my team.
Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
You just don't turn us off because he thinks the whole team looks like Bruce Lee. All right. You just don't turn us off. All right. Because we're good people. We care about you. Might be way off on the lookalikes, but we care about you. Moneyline Max saying lock up the Gophers plus 8.5. I say he's fucking crazy.
Hold your
ride with him. Yeah.
Fade Jackie Chan. Let's go.
I love Jackie Chan, man.
I love Jackie Chan too.
Hold on. Jackie Chan is like on a list of like 5 people in the world that I would actually probably like really care to meet. Jackie Chan is, in my opinion, like a true fucking G. I like at least twice a year, I go down a rabbit hole of watching his stunts from movies. I remember Rumble in the Bronx and like First Strike. The dude is incredible. He's incredible. He didn't use a stunt man. This dude would like jump off a fucking balcony in New York City or in Tokyo to another apartment building. You slip, you die, right? Jackie Chan is the all-time greatest, man. I mean, I love Bruce Lee too, but I'm saying, man, Jackie Chan. I watched the Rumble in the Bronx one, the outtakes. You can YouTube this. He breaks his foot. And he has a cast on his foot, and you got to finish the scene of the movie. So he has someone paint the cast like a sock, and then he jumps off of a balcony onto a hovercraft with a broken foot. The guy's way better than. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's easily top 5 greatest humans. He's up there with Leia Pepe. I'll put it like that.
And this all stems. We're talking about Tominaga, I can't pronounce his damn name. I butchered every fucking time. He's awesome at Nebraska, but go Gophers tomorrow. They're gonna keep this close.
Yes, Tominaga. All right, and he's a great story. I go watch his high school film too. He's fucking just killing it on the high school level. When he was in high school. Ball State's heading to Eastern Michigan. Oh boy. Ball State, you're sitting there thinking you can just run away with the MAC. And you go into Imani Bates' home. All right. Imani Bates, known the pistol wasn't his. See, there's a way to handle it. I'm talking out of my ass. I'm on Eastern Michigan plus 7. What are you doing here?
I will take EMU as well. I am not locking this though. The chat's waiting. I'm like, they're like, is Dundee gonna lock up EMU again?
Monty Bates. Let's fucking go. Let's go. We're getting it done here. Shout out to the chat. Daquan says, I was at work. I'm joining now. There we go. Yeah. Jackie Chan. Yeah. Chad's cracking me up. I mean, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. I know that like Bruce Lee would whoop Jackie Chan's ass probably, but I mean, doesn't matter to me. Like if you're risking anyone that does, even Tom Cruise, look, I think Tom Cruise is a fucking maniac, but I watched one of those behind the scenes of like Mission Impossible, and the dude was doing his own stunts, like hanging off a fucking rock. I was like, you're a maniac. Like I think, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise, but I gotta respect that, you know, gotta respect that. Shit, I wouldn't do that. All right.
I wouldn't either.
I do a lot of dumb shit, but I don't know that I'd be doing that. All right. I've done some dumb shit though. Did a pilot where I hung off the side of a fucking house, but that was nothing. And then they asked me if I wanted to do it or not, and I was like, well, what happens if not? We got to hire a stunt guy. Can I have his money if I hang over the house on the like 2 or 3 stories up? They're like, yeah. I was like, done. Let's go. Houston Baptist is at Nichols. Nichols is laying 12.5. Why?
It's got to be a get right spot, right?
I can't do it. I've been burned by Nichols too much. Give me Houston. I love how I say that, but I'm betting Eastern Michigan. Give me Houston Christian or Baptist or whatever. Let's go. What are you doing here?
You know, you say Houston like it's the Houston Cougars. It's Houston Christian, huh? I will. I'll lay the points.
Shout out to Cash Juno. I stayed late at work to join the SGP Dr. Phil watch party, which you can watch if on the SGPN app, or I'm sorry, SGPN TV. Get that app on your TV, and you can watch that. See some of the ridiculous stuff. Dr. Phil saying casinos and legalizing gambling are designed to take poor people's money. What? They're designed to take. Yeah. Unbelievable take by Dr. Phil, in my opinion. Unbelievable take. And I'm pretty sure he was coming at like black and brown people, saying that like this is a trap to make them gamble. Look, I like to think that I've been in a lot of fucking casinos. And normally I'm the poor person in the casino. I spent a lot of years as the poor person in the casino. But here's one thing I know. They don't give a fuck about poor people. They are there for rich people. That's why rich people get comped free fucking rooms. I couldn't believe that take by him. Saying like this is a trap to get the. It's like, dude, go into a casino. You hardly see really broke people at casinos. All right, you might see them broke by losing their money, but coming in there broke, no, I'm not buying it.
There's no money to lose.
I'm not buying it. And
start calling him Dr. Boeheim.
Here's another thing. I don't know. I could go down a rabbit hole. Let's finish. We got 1,000 games. Vermont is at Bryant. Vermont's laying 2.5 points. Just a little stinky to you?
Yes, but I'm diving into it. Give me Vermont. They need it. They have not been playing good basketball lately. They need a good get right spot here. I think they get it done against Bryant. Start rolling towards the tournament. Let's go. We'll lock up the Catamounts.
All right, I'll join you on this. Let's go, Catamounts. Justin Casey says, "Yo, Colby, I tried to order an SGPN hoodie last night. There aren't any colors left in large. Huh? I'll have to look into that." I don't know, man. You
don't have that answer off the top of your tongue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want. That's what I'm like. The take that they want poor people. Perfect example. Perfect example. For years, Real Money Kramer here was going to the casinos with me, right? But Real Money gambles. Well, at the time, he had a much better job than me. This is like 5 years ago, and he would make a lot more money than me. He would gamble a lot more money than me. I would do like $50 bets. He's doing like $300, $400 bets. Guess what happened? They started giving him free rooms. They wanted him to come back every weekend. They're sending him emails. Guess what they weren't doing to me? They weren't offering me shit. All right.
No, they don't do that.
It is the dumbest comment in the history It just makes me question the whole show now. You know what I mean? It's like, no, they're catering. I'm like, dude, look, I understand there's a lot of terrible racist shit that happens, but building a casino is there to make maximum money.
Money,
all right? Maximum money. I don't know. It's just a ridiculous take in my opinion. UC Greensboro's at East Tennessee State, Johnson City, Tennessee. Greensboro's laying 6. Man, this seems stinky too. I'm going to lay the 6. You could talk me into locking this. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, I'm going to lay it as well.
You want to lock it?
No, sorry. I'm going to lay it as well. Not lock it as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry if I misspoke there.
Southern is at Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman's catching 5.5. Should we go back to Reggie motherfucking Theus?
What number are you seeing for this game?
5.5.
I'll take Bethune. I can't lock this.
I'll take Bethune too. This might be locked up tomorrow morning. Listen to the show. Me, Terrell Furman Jr. 8 a.m. on the West, 11 a.m. on the East. VMI is at Western Carolina. VMI is catching 11.5. I'm trying to think what I'm doing in this game.
Same.
I will lay the 11.5 with Western Carolina. Don't bet this game. Don't bet this game. What are you doing here?
I'll take VMI, but yeah, don't bet this game.
Louisiana Tech's at Middle Tennessee. This is a good game in the CUSA. Middle Tennessee's laying 6. I'm going to lay the 6. La Tech seems uninterested when I watched them the other day. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lay it as well. I think Middle's a better team.
Florida State, we got a rivalry game heading to Miami. Coral Gables. They're catching 14 at Miami. I'll take the 14. Rivalry game, even though that didn't treat me kind tonight when I took Richmond, but give me the 14. What are you doing here?
Locking up the Seminoles. Too many points here. I think Miami wins by like 7 to 10.
Our kicks doing the Seminole rap. We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good. Some say we're great. Our goal is simple. Best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the Monster Cheese Band on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a good point. When we were at the Win last September, we are with the Win. But guess what happened? A Saudi prince came from Saudi Arabia. And guess what? Any chance that we wanted to sit to watch the games, they told us to get the fuck out of there because a Saudi prince was there to spend money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They weren't thinking about you.
Money wins at a casino. All right.
Benji's.
Yeah. Wagner is at St. Francis. St. Francis is laying 1.5. Give me the vacuum company. I'm buying back in on the vacuum company. Give me Wagner plus 1.5. What are you doing here?
I'll take the vacuum company as well.
Delaware State's at Morgan State. Morgan State's laying 5.5. I'm on my Hornets here. Great letdown spot for Morgan State coming off the big win. Give me Delaware State plus 5.5. What are you doing here?
Take the points here.
Yeah, take it. And now, damn, this line's jumped up a little bit. Kansas laying 9 against West Virginia. Will Mack go with his boys? I will not. I will lay the 9 with Kansas. If it gets to 11, I'll think about it. Right now, I'm laying the 9. Mac, what are you doing?
Do not bet the Mountaineers tomorrow. We got to win in Ames on Monday.
There you go.
Yep. Bad spot.
If he's telling you that, fucking
do not.
Listen,
I'm telling you, do not bet them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kansas has the referee jerseys on tomorrow. Did you see that all black and white?
I didn't see that.
I was like, I knew Kansas got all the calls. Now they're even wearing the official jerseys. At the Fog, goddamn.
Maryland Eastern Shore.
15 on 5 instead of 8 on 5 tomorrow.
We've always known it. Maryland Eastern Shore is at Coppin State. Coppin State's catching 3. I'm on Eastern Shore to get right spot for Eastern Shore. Lay the 3. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it as well.
Rice is at Charlotte. Charlotte's laying 7. Charlotte coming off a nice win. I'm taking Rice plus the 7 though. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to take Charlotte.
Kentucky's laying 3 against Auburn at Rupp Arena.
Here we go.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
I'm locking up Kentucky here. And I smell a little Wildcat parlay.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats.
Lock it up. What are you doing here?
I'm joining you. Let's go. Big Blue.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats.
All right. Howard is at North Carolina Central. This is a good game going on. Lavelle Moat doing a great job with Central. They're laying 5. Surprisingly, Central's laying 5.5. You want to talk about a stinky line? Because Howard's in first in the MEAC, heading down to take on North Carolina Central there in Durham, I believe it is, at the McClendon Arena. Howard won by 4 in the first matchup. This line reeks, man. Give me North Carolina Central because it doesn't make sense. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. I'll take Central. Not a great feel here.
Dave Marino says we spend $1.1 trillion. What did Biden say? Billion dollars on our military and Air Force. Doesn't even the names on the back of the jerseys. I like it, but I think that's a thing. Like we're a team. I think you're right though. Good joke. Colgate's at Navy. Colgate's only laying 2. This game's good. It's a good game going on here.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Give me the toothpaste company -2. They run this conference. Parlay that with Vermont. Thank me later. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I have the same handicap. They haven't been playing the best either. They've been winning games. Yes, I know the scores may be a little inflated, but I think this is when Vermont and Colgate start pulling away, flexing their muscles. It's March is upon us. I'll take the toothpaste, lock it up as well.
Lock it up. And we're back on the college basketball experience. If you're listening to this on the audio side, we are on the B side. That's where things get loose. A lot of Courtney Love action. That's what that means. Presbyterian is at Charleston Southern. Charleston Southern's laying 4.5. If you're betting this game, you're going to need to get loose. All right. Because this game is filth. I will lay the 4.5 with Southern. It's actually a little stinky. What are you doing here?
I want Charleston Southern.
Yeah. Easy play.
Grambling's
at Florida A&M. Grambling's laying 9.5. Give me FAMU to cover that. What are you doing here?
That is a lot of points to lay in the MEAC. I will take the points.
Cal State Fullerton's at UC or Cal State Bakersfield. I don't know if that's UC Bakersfield. I don't fucking know. Take it on Cal State Bakersfield. All right. Fullerton's laying 6. I'll lay the 6. Wouldn't be. This could be a lock. What are you thinking here?
Man, I don't really have a good feel here. I'm going to take Bakersfield. I feel like the line's a little short.
Oh, you want stink? UNC Asheville heads into Longwood. Longwood's laying 4.5. Asheville has clinched the 1 seed. That's the only result of this line is that they're not going to, are they going to rest their players?
I think it's just a letdown. Longwood, lock it up. We like Longwood in this chat. Let's go.
Moneyline Max saying Longwood is the play. I can't do it. Little Rock is at Lindenwood Penitentiary. Lindenwood's laying 1. I will lay the 1. Great come from behind win the other night. Give me Lindenwood, the penitentiary -1. You?
Yeah, I'll take Lindenwood. Man, Little Rock keeps kicking my ass though. These guys, these bastards.
They're hard to understand, man. They're hard to understand. Yeah. Southeast Missouri State's at SIU Edwardsville. SIU Edwardsville is laying 4. Yeah. Give me SEMO +4. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. Yeah, all these OVC games are can't wait for the tournament though in Evansville next week.
Southern Indiana's at Tennessee State. Tennessee State's laying 4. Give me the Screaming Eagles +4. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take our Screaming Eagles here. Let's go.
There we go. McNeese State is at Southeast Louisiana taking on the Lions. The Lions are laying 8. I will lay the 8, even though I don't bet this one either because Sila's cost me a couple times. What are you doing here?
They've cost both of us. I love the Lions. I'll go back to it. They're better than the Cowboys. Tennessee
Tech. Remember our fire crotch doing the throat slash after just a kind of a normal dunk. Tennessee Tech's laying 1 at Eastern Illinois. I will lay the 1. I believe in this team. They like to talk a lot of shit. I like it. They're like the Ric Flair of basketball. Give me the Eagles of Tennessee Tech. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles as well here at EIU.
Kent State's heading to Bowling Green. Kent State's laying 11. God, you know I hate this Bowling Green lines. Give me the 11 and Bowling Green. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay with Kent State. Bowling Green, they're so inconsistent.
Washington State's heading to Berkeley to drop acid with the Golden Bears. Wazoo's laying 11.5. What are you going to be doing in Berkeley?
Hippie Olympics. Doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers.
Yeah, they are. They are all losers. Cal sucks ass. Lock up Wazoo with the big number. That's a sleeper in the Pac-12. You heard it first.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Cougs. I'll take them. I'm not locking them. Omaha heading to Denver. Denver's laying 5.5.
No big.
Oh man,
that's where Noah's at.
Give me Denver -5.5. I don't fucking know. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Noah's taking Jaeger bombs, getting ready for this Omaha Denver game. What an awful game. Yeah, I'll take the points.
American is heading to Loyola, Maryland. Loyola's a 1-point favorite. Courtney Love is alive and well in America. Turns out she's in Maryland. Give me American, but I can't lock this because it just doesn't make sense to me. What are you doing here?
I'll take Loyola. Take the stink.
Texas A&M Commerce heading to Incarnate Word. I don't have a line on that one. Chat, help me out. New Hampshire is heading to UMass Lowell. Lowell is laying 10.5. Lowell's fire at home, and I will lay the 10.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I will take Lowell as well. They have been really good at home.
Donnie Trump says he's in the chat and he goes, America, lock it up. I love this beautiful country. Believe me. No, I will never believe you. Next up, what are you doing? You're taking Lowell, right?
Yeah, I'm taking Lowell.
Yeah, Courtney Love has a vacation home on the shore of Maryland, Ocean Beach, Maryland. I'm sorry, Ocean City, not Ocean Beach. Ocean Beach is in San Diego. Ocean City, Maryland. Got intoxicated there a few times. Shout out if you've been to Ocean City, Maryland. Syracuse is at Pitt. Pitt's laying 6.5.
Is this a 1?
Give me Syracuse plus the 6.5.
Syracuse is gonna win this game.
Give me Syracuse plus 6.5.
Oh, this is an eat shit special. I'm locking up the Cuse, man. That zone's gonna fuck them up.
I'm not locking it, but Moneyline Mac, I'll never fade an opportunity to say eat shit Pitt.
It's a revenge angle. Eat shit Pitt. You remember the first meeting when Pitt won there at the Carrier Dome and they were up by like 20 with like 5 minutes left and almost lost the game outright?
Yeah. I could see Q's covering. They get up every once in a while. Prairie
Old
View.
Big East, yep.
Prairie View is at Alcorn State. Alcorn State's laying 4. Man, I feel like Alcorn State would fuck them up, but I'll lay the 4 with Alcorn. What are you doing here?
I'll lay the 4 as well. Ugh, gross game.
IPFW Airport's at Green Bay taking on the Phoenix. IPFW's laying 9. I'll lay the 9. No, give me Green Bay plus 9. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points.
Southern Utah is at Sam Houston State. This is a big game in the WAC. Sam Houston State's laying 5.5. I'll lay the 5.5. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points.
Northwestern State. This is a huge game in the Southland. Northwestern State taking on Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Top 2 teams going at it at the American Bank Center. Christie's laying 5.5 or flat 5. I like both these teams actually. You know what? Give me Northwestern State plus the 5. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points.
I hear Aaron Rodgers is retiring. I'll fade Green Bay. Folks, you got to watch it on YouTube. YouTube.com/The College Experience. UVA is heading to Chapel Hill to take on Carolina. Carolina's laying 2. Nope. Give me Virginia on the money line. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm the biggest North Carolina hater, but I feel like they're going to win this game. I'm going to lock up Carolina because I think Virginia is not very good.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Tar Heels.
Yeah. This is the game that's going to get them in somehow. They'll get in somehow.
Dude, Virginia fucks with Carolina every time. I can't take Carolina.
Yeah, but how often does Virginia lose to Boston College? I think there's issues at Virginia. I mean, they never lose to Boston College by 15. I was like, are you kidding me?
Boston College has that sleepy environment because no one goes to the games. So you kind of take it lightly. It's like a psychological advantage that they have. Loyola Chicago's. What's up?
I said the other thing is they should have lost to Notre Dame and Louisville the games before that too.
Well, Carolina should have lost to Notre Dame too. You can make that argument.
Carolina sucks. But I'm saying I have big time concerns about Virginia this year.
Yeah. Shout out to BSIP. It says this podcast got the most loyal listeners every night. That's fire. Appreciate you. People like you, BSIP. We appreciate you guys. Loyola Chicago's heading to St. Louis, the home of Miles Davis. St. Louis is laying 12. Give me Loyola plus 12. What are you doing here?
Yeah, too many points. I'll take the Ramblers. Ramblers, whatever you call it.
Yeah. Portland State is heading to Bozeman, Montana to take on Montana State. Portland State's getting 10. What am I missing? Give me the Vikings and the 10 points. Mac, what are you doing here?
Take the points as well. Yeah, take the Vikings.
South Carolina's heading to Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee's laying 20 points. I'm laying it. I got a feeling here. Give me Tennessee minus 20. Mac, what are you doing?
That is a lot of points to lay with Tennessee, but they are coming off back-to-back losses. Last time they did that, they beat Alabama. Alabama's a little bit better than South Carolina, even though South Carolina took them to the brink the other night. I'll lay it as well.
LaSalle is heading into Washington, D.C. to take on the Colonials. LaSalle's catching 3.5. Wrong team favored. LaSalle wins on the money line. Lock it up. Explore your mind. You're going to find this is a winner with Pick Dundee in the land down under. Mac, what are you doing here?
You cannot figure out this league. GW just came off back-to-back road wins over the Bonnies in Rhode Island, come back home to get a loss against LaSalle, who's lost 2 in a row. I'll join you. Lock it up, LaSalle.
There we go. Explore your mind. Explore your wallet. Gonna have some extra cash in there tomorrow when the Explorers hit. Florida's heading to Nashville to take on Vandy. Vandy's laying 3.5. I'll lay the 3.5 with Jerry Stackhouse and Vandy. What are you doing here?
I am going to lock up Jerry Stackhouse to complete the sweep. I think they're going to drill Florida. Florida's not very good.
Riding with Stackhouse. Love DeZong mentioning a Lionel Simmons reference. If you know your college basketball back in the day, LaSalle had Lionel Simmons, and who was that guard? Mike. I'm probably butchering his last name. Izuno, something like that. They were nasty. Doug Overton. Remember Doug Overton? George Mason is at Dayton. Dayton's laying 11.5. Give me Mason to cover this. They have enough athleticism to cover this, I think. What are you doing here?
I'll take Mason as well.
Yeah. UC Davis is at Cal Poly. Davis and Jim Lesser laying 7. Give me Cal Poly plus 7. They cover some of these teams. You know, they cover some of them. What are you doing here?
I will take, yeah, I'm with you. I'll take Cal Poly.
Oh man. The, Daquan's making me laugh here. My cousin said, "What are those ransom songs about?" I told her, "Shut up! I can't miss another lock." Shout out to you, Daquan. I appreciate you. Oh man. Alabama A&M's at Alabama State. Ugh. I feel like A&M's better, but why the fuck are they a dog? Give me A&M at the Dunn Oliver to get it done. What are you doing here?
I'll take. Yeah, who'd you take?
I went with Alabama A&M. I think they're better than Alabama State.
I agree with you, so I'll take Alabama A&M.
Cash Juno says, "Does George Mason have enough athleticism to finally start their football program?" They need to. Yeah. Get it together. Somebody clip that and send it to Brad Edwards, their athletic director, former safety for the Redskins. Texas Southern is at Jackson State. Jackson State's laying 1.5. Give me Jackson. I can lock this. I like Mo Williams. No, I'm not going to lock it. What are you doing here, Mac?
Too many points. I'll take Texas Southern.
Too many points. It's 1.5.
Oh, I think you said 4.5. Oh
no,
man,
no.
That actually changes things. We're getting to that slate where all the numbers are blending together. Also take Texas Southern. I think they've been playing better.
UTSA is at the airport. UTSA is catching 8.5. They just lost by 40 the other night. Give me UTSA to cover the 8.5 at the airport. What are you doing here?
I'll take that as well.
Alex Roberts says this is the fucking best show on the planet.
Boom.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. We got the best fans on the planet. How about that? We might not have millions of them, but we got the right ones. All right. Alex Roberts got a photo of In-N-Out. Shout out to In-N-Out Burger. You know, that's the type of fans we want, you know, supporting the old fast food chains of America. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Arkansas Pine Bluff is at Mississippi Valley State. Pine Bluff's laying 2. Come on. The disrespect for my Golden Lions.
This is system play. Lock up Pine Bluff.
Lock it up. I'm putting a bunch on Pine Bluff. Don't you ever do that to me, Las Vegas. Cornell is at Yale. Cornell's catching 7.5. Too many white guys. I'll take the 7.5. You?
Same. Can't lay that many points with all those white guys in the Ivy.
Can't do it. Western Michigan is at Akron. Akron's laying 15. Lay the 15 with Akron. Get right spot. Lay the 15. Lock it up. Xavier Castanada's a baller. What are you doing here?
I'm going to join you. I think they're going to put it on Western Michigan. Ultimate good or get right spot because they're coming off what? Back-to-back or 3 out of 4 losses. Yeah, they're going to drill Western Michigan.
Justin Casey said, "I just burned 2 blueberry Pop-Tarts for this show. White trash is going to white trash." Shout out to all the Pop-Tart eaters out there. And shout out to, this reminds me of, where is this? I got to find this chat that, oh man, I got DM this. I got to find this because I found this really fucking hilarious. Oh man, there's too many. Okay. This is from Sports Fan CBG. Just want you to know, I heard you didn't like Limp Bizkit's music, and I was at a loss for words. Right? My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day has been ruined. What's next? You don't like Blink 182? Best regards. Your show is great. Your podcast is one of the things I look forward to the most. Look, I'm being honest. I was giving credit to Fred Durst. He got a ton of hot ass for a guy that I think wasn't talented. I think their music sucks. I've always thought it sucked, but even in '98, if you asked me, I said this music's total shit. And I'm not a Blink 182 fan either. Mac, are you a Limp Bizkit fan by chance?
I'm indifferent, but you know what? Hey, I appreciate the follow from our fellow listener. I like how they always think in, hey, love your show, love your content.
You should be a fucking politician with that answer.
Exactly.
You know, I love the follow.
Hey, I'm just blending in with the chat. I got Donnie Trump. I got Fidel Castro. You know, I'm trying to run for office too. You know, I ran for governor already in the state of Michigan. Didn't work out so well. Went 0-4 in that stupid ass parlay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Fred Durst. Look, and I'm happy for him. He somehow stole millions of dollars from the world. Kudos to him. And now he's directed movies with John Travolta. Definitely. Hey, he won at life. All right. Shout out to him. He's more than welcome to come on the show and pick games, but just don't perform music while you're on the show. All right. Next up,
talk some Lindenwood.
Yeah, you can talk some Lindenwood Penitentiary. Portland is at Pacific. Portland's laying 1.5. I think Portland's going to win this one. I'm going to lay the 1.5. What are you doing here?
I think Portland's going to win too. Pacific sucks ass, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. But he stretched it. Hold on. Do I need to remind you guys? Let's just talk about this for a second here. And I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but considering Fred Durst, man, he's only 52 years old, but
that's not very old.
Let's talk about the yeah, I know. So even more credit to him because he was young as shit. I'm looking at his dating history right now, right? And I don't know who half these people are, but there's a ton of beautiful people on this page, right? But apparently he dated Jessica Simpson, I think, when she was attractive. And then actually, I don't know. I haven't seen her in like 10 years, so I'm not your guy for Hollywood's. I don't know. Halle Berry. How do I not remember that? I don't know if this is bullshit internet stuff. I don't remember that. Apparently Pamela Anderson.
You dated Pamela Anderson too.
Alyssa Milano. He
had to date a Kardashian. They date everybody in the country.
Tara Reid. Now I don't know. It matters what point you got Tara Reid because she was like doing meth at the fucking gas station a week ago. I feel like. I mean, I don't know who Carmen Electra it says on here. I mean, the guy definitely. Look,
he's a good recruiter.
He deserves a lot of credit. He is like he's Bruce Pearl. You know what I mean? He's like Bruce Pearl.
Can't coach it up.
He's bringing in scattered ass, and he's got no talent, and he's just killing it.
Yeah,
got to give him credit. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying, man. Gotta appreciate that. You know, he took an inch and he took it like he had an inch. They gave him an inch, and he stretched that thing out for fucking a long time. So, and I'm not talking about their vaginas. All right.
Cordy Love.
Boise State's at San Jose State. Trust me, Limp Bizkit, even now, will have bigger crowds than whatever is at the San Jose State Stadium. Boise State's laying 3.5. Give me Boise, but this is a sneaky line. Smelly a little bit?
Yeah, it smells a lot. I'm going to take San Jose State and the Spartans.
Next up, NJIT's at Albany. Albany's laying 1.5. Yeah.
That's the best.
Give me NJIT in the points. What are you doing here?
Is right. I'm going to take the points as well.
Yeah. DeZong saying Pete Davidson is the modern Fred Durst. Yeah. Somehow Fred Durst Can we get a 30 for 30? I know they don't do acting or whatever the fuck music. I need a 30 for 30. Not on the music. Just on the how did this happen? I don't understand. Did they start like with a cult following in Jacksonville, Florida? I don't understand it. Notre Dame is at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is laying 6.5. Irish cover this. Give me the Irish to cover the 6.5. They're playing hard for Mike Bray. What are you doing here, Mac?
I love it. I'm going to lock it again. I love the Irish. Steve Forbes is already complaining why his team's not going to be in the tournament, making excuses why the ACC sucks ass. I think Notre Dame, take the points, sprinkle some on the money line. They play for Mike Bray. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, you say you're locking it?
Oh, yeah. Mike Bray, baby, down the stretch.
Moneyline Max saying, I'm your leprechaun.
Irish whiskey.
There we go. Yvette's cracking me up. She said, I'd rather burn Pop-Tarts with Fred Durst than bet the NJIT game. Fair.
I agree with that,
Fair.
Yvette.
There. See? They're still killing it. Utah Valley is at Abilene Christian. UV's laying 2. Let's get right spot for UV. I'm laying the 2. What are you doing here?
This line stinks again. I'm taking Abilene Christian.
New Orleans is at Lamar. Gosh, Lamar's catching a 1.5. Don't do it. Give me New Orleans -1.5. What are you doing here?
I'll take New Orleans as well.
Chattanooga's at Wofford. Wofford's laying 2. Is Jake Stevens healthy?
I don't think he's coming back.
I'm laying the 2 with Wofford. You could talk me into locking this up. What are you doing?
I like Wofford as well. These two teams don't like each other. They beat Chattanooga in Chattanooga. I will lock up Wofford.
Let's go. Let's go. The Terriers. The bite is bigger than the bark, I promise. Cal State Northridge is at Long Beach State. Long Beach State's laying 14. Cannot ever do that with Long Beach State. Give me Northridge, even though they suck ass. What are you doing here?
They do suck ass, but I'll take the points.
Delaware is heading to Elon. Delaware's laying 3. I'll lock up the Blue Hens laying 3. I got burned on this the other night. They get it done here. What are you doing here?
Elon. They've been playing better too.
Oh, you're a maniac. You're a maniac. Towson is at UNC Wilmington. This game's good. Wilmington's getting a 1.5 at home. Oh, I'm on Wilmington. Towson just played their ass off. Letdown spot. Give me Wilmington to get it done. Mac?
This line reeks. Why is Towson favored? I'm going to take Towson. Somebody knows something that I don't, because I would have Wilmington favored.
SMU is at South Florida. South Florida's laying 4.5. Letdown spot after beating UCF outright. Give me SMU plus 4.5. You?
Yes, I like SMU. Check the picks page. That might be a lock because South Florida's so up and down.
Youngstown State's taking on IUPUI. Ooey Pooey's getting 15. Give me the 15. Youngstown wins by 11. What are you doing here?
I agree. Let's take IUPUI. I'm not locking it. They can't win 2 in a row.
Indiana's at Purdue. Indiana's catching 7.5 at Purdue. I think Indiana covers this. I think it's a game. What are you doing here?
This is amazing. I was surprised at how high this number is. Maybe I'm walking into a trap. I'm locking up Indiana. I think this is a rivalry game. This game comes down to the wire once again. I will take the points. Another Big Ten game comes down the wire. Hoosiers.
I'll join you. Let's go Hoosiers, baby. Measure that court like Gene Hackman did. All right. And then measure the Canadian Yao Ming and say, God damn, you're big. All right. Well, yeah. Trace Jackson Davis is going to give him buckets. He's going to make him feel uncomfortable. Bring him out to the outside. Small ball wins in this scenario. I'm not saying they're going to win outright, but they're going to cover. I think
it's a bad matchup for Purdue. I mean, they struggle with Jackson Davis, and we talked about that the first time they played. Yes, they got to guard Edey, but Purdue has to guard Jackson Davis as well.
DePaul is at Marquette. Marquette is laying 15. I'll take DePaul on 15. Marquette with Terrell Furman, huge Shaka Smart fan. He hit the nail on the head. Shaka, whenever he's a big dog, never covers. Give me DePaul plus 15. Should we lock this?
Yes, because Marquette basically clinched the league, let down spot.
Let's lock it. Blue Demons plus 15. Bet the hell out of this. Let's go. Chad Graham says, really? Zach Edey on Purdue isn't Jeremy Lin?
No, it's Yao Ming. We got Yao Ming and Jeremy Lin. Pick a roll, baby.
The Chinese spy balloons in the chat.
There you go. Where's Donnie Trump?
Tarleton is going to Mexico to take on UT Rio Grande. Tarleton's laying 2.5. Give me Rio Grande with an upset special. What are you doing, Mac?
I like Tarleton, man. I think they're a sleeper in this conference tournament as well. The Texans, Billy Gillespie's been there, done that. Watch out for them next week.
Duke is laying 6.5 against Virginia Tech at Cameron Indoor. I am on the Dukies to get it done. Minus the 6.5. What are you doing here?
I'm going Hokies. I'm not a believer in the Dukies.
USC is heading to Salt Lake City where USC is laying 2. USC, great win against Colorado, but they've been inconsistent all year. Utah wins this one outright. Give me the Utes. What are you doing here?
I struggle with this one. I think it was kind of like the other game where I said, why are they favored on the road? I'm drawing a blank because we've done 140 already. I'll take USC because they're favored on the road when I thought Utah would be.
UAB is heading to Bowling Green, Kentucky to take on Western Kentucky. UAB is laying 6. UAB still alive. That's what scared me off it. I was going to take the Western Kentucky. I will lay the 6 with UAB. What are you doing here?
I like UAB as well. They're rolling, man. Jelly Walker.
The Houston Cougars, some say they're national championship contenders. Not tomorrow because they head into Greenville, North Carolina. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
What's the number?
20.5.
Oh God. I'll take ECU just because I like ECU.
Whoa. Let's go. Let's go. UMKC is taking on South Dakota. Don't watch this game. Don't bet it. UMKC is getting 3.5. It's good enough for me. What are you doing in this one?
I'll take South Dakota.
Cleveland State is at Milwaukee. It's a big game in the conference. Milwaukee's a home dog getting 1.5 points. Give me the Panthers. What are you doing here?
I'm on Cleveland State. I think they're the better team, and I think they're going to go into Milwaukee. Milwaukee's, man, struggled down the stretch. I think Bart Lundy, those guys have overachieved here in year number 1, kind of regressing here lately.
Eastern Washington is heading into the Holt Arena. Eastern Washington hasn't lost a game.
They're incredible.
In a very long time. They've won 18 straight, but get this. They're only laying 6 at Idaho State. You know what I'm doing? If I could hit the soundboard, it would work. Eastern Washington laying 6. I'm all over it because Idaho State just beat Idaho. They got up for that game. I watched it. The stadium was actually packed. Eastern Washington puts it on them. What are you doing here?
I'm with you. I think E-Dub is going to lose the next one, the last one against Montana State. So, yeah, I'll lock it up.
Let's go. Eagles fly high. LSU's at Ole Miss. Ole Miss fired Kermit Davis. Saw that one coming a mile away.
Yep.
Give me LSU plus 4.5 in Oxford. You could talk me into locking this.
Is this a get up spot for Ole Miss though? The first game after Kermit?
No.
I'm on Ole Miss. I think they 1 game bounce.
Idaho's at Weber State. Weber State's laying 8. Give me Idaho plus the 8. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take Idaho. Letdown for Weber after that big game.
Sacramento State's at Montana. Montana's laying 7.5. Give me Sac State, but I don't like it. I don't have a line on this Oregon State game. Chat, if you can help me, I'd appreciate it. What are you doing in that Sac State Montana game?
I'll take Montana. Sac State sucks.
UC Santa Barbara is laying 5 at UC San Diego. I will lay the 5, but I can't lock that. What are you doing here?
I'll lay the 5 as well. I think Santa Barbara needs to start getting right eventually.
Santa Clara is laying 5.5 at San Diego. Steve Lavin. Give me Santa Clara minus the points. They've been impressive on the road to me lately. What are you doing?
I'll take Santa Clara as well.
Gonzaga is laying 5, and I think Daquan knows exactly what the hell I'm doing. Lock it up at the kennel all day. Might be my favorite bet of the day. What are you doing here, Mac?
It might be my favorite play of the season. Gonzaga's going to win by 15 plus. Lock this up.
Lock it up all day. Let's go. San Francisco's at BYU. BYU's laying 6. I'll lay the 6. BYU at home. Tough place to win. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take BYU. Provo.
San Diego State heads into Albuquerque to the pit where everyone gets laid. San Diego State's laying 2.5. It's a little stinky. And that's why I'm taking New Mexico on the money line. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm on the Lobos. I'm with you. Take it on the money line. Let's go. I'll lock it up. Let's go. Lobos in the late window. They're gonna pick off the Aztecs.
Let's go. UC Irvine's heading to Hawaii to take on the Rainbow Warriors. I'm on the Rainbow Warriors -1. What are you doing here, Mac? This is a good game. I got to watch this game. What are you doing?
This is an underrated game in the late window. I'll take the travel spot. I'll take the Rainbows to get it done.
And final game of the night. The Loyola Marymount Lions and Kelly LePepe head to Malibu, right up the road. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on what time you go. LePepe is laying 2.5. And I'm locking it. Lay the 2.5. They're getting it done here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like Marymount here too. Let's go.
Locking it?
Let's go. Yep. Late window. You gotta have a late window.
Let's fucking go. All right. I'm not reciting all of our locks. I've been talking for 40 hours today. We appreciate you. Tomorrow morning we're back. Me and Terrell Furman Jr. will be talking the best games of the day. Line movement, 8 a.m. on the west, 11 a.m. on the east. Chat, you guys make it fucking awesome. You guys make it awesome. Really appreciate you. I know I couldn't key in on the comments as much tonight because there's 3 million games. So shout out to Donnie Trump, the Spy Balloon, Daquan, Yvetta, Justin, Ryan, everybody out there, Coke Booger. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You guys are fantastic. DeZong, you guys make it really cool. And I appreciate that because because I do look at Fred Durst and I say, God damn it. He had no talent and he took it really far. And I look at myself and I go, Kobe, you got no talent, but you can't take it really far until I see the chat rocking, and you guys are always rocking, and we appreciate that. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Subscribe to the College Baseball Experience. Those episodes are firing off the shelves. Shop to your drop customers. And check out the College Football Experience because we just had 2 episodes drop. I think you'll dig it. We come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/the College Experience. Subscribe, tell a friend. And check out Moneyline Mac's work. I mean, come on. The Ryan and Rush show, the NFL gambling podcast. Check out all that stuff. All right. And remember also that, we're brought to you by WinBet. So make sure you get over to WinBet and, check out. They have some great stuff. WinBet's live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. So get on over there. What else, Mac? What else do we got going tomorrow?
A lot of games. I know that. That's all we got going.
XFL gambling podcast. There's an XFL game tomorrow. You can bet football. You can bet all these sports. Check out the NBA gambling podcast, the NHL gambling podcast, the sports gambling podcast. Got a lot of stuff. Get the SGPN apps in the App Store, Google Play Store. And yeah, appreciate everybody. All right. Until tomorrow morning, bright and early. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
One time for you. Sit back and recline. I've been chilling out on the beach. Cup of lemonade. Can't surf, so I stare at the waves. With my lady, your baby straight out the 80s. Rubbing on her butt, she told me, honey, behave. Mischievous grin says it all. If I can get her alone and I can get her to fall for a guy like me. Not rich, kind of fly, never shy when it comes to that warm apple pie, no lie. I've been doing the most. I'm from the R, but I love how they do it the coast. It's all chill, bill, kick it with folks. Crack jokes, smoke, burning the ropes, feet in the sand. Damn, I feel like the man. Give me your plan, I'ma jam like only I can. Call me the breeze, peace to you in 3. And wipe your feet before you hop in my Jeep, cause it's on like that. I said it's on like that. You know it's on like that. Hey yo, it's on like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Hey yo, it's on like that. No proof, restricts my view. The breeze is cool, the sky's so blue. I'm just rolling like it's stolen. We riding up over this island. They say I'm wildin', but I don't stop smiling. Cause if I'm breathing, what a reason for cheesing. I'm chilling, feeling like $1,000,000 bucks to the ceiling. Damn, what a feeling. And if you felt like me, you probably had a hand that was dealt like me. Grabbed all your chips and pushed them all in. Didn't give a fuck whether people bought in. So when you win, it feels much sweeter. Nine to the bass, stumping at your speaker. Your boy Joe always got your back. Man, you always keep your pockets fat. It's on like that. I said it's on like that.